All right, we're over at the 14 Chevrolet, and this is the part that we just finished up in the last video. And I was going to show you where it goes, which I'm going to. But as usual, I found something else a problem, so it never ends. So let me bring you over here and show you what's going on. Let me get down here on the floor. Oh, this is the part that Clark Easterling cast for me, and we machined it and installed it onto the axle of the car. We were missing one side. This car was missing. So anyhow, where this goes is through this hole, and it goes through the next hole over there, and then this works back and forth to activate the brake shoes and stop the car. So that's what that does. But my problem, when I thought, well, I should put some grease on it and get it greased up, because if it stays in, I don't want it running on dry bushings. So I thought I'll just squirt some grease in here, because it's what it uses is a grease cup, which is a manual. You fill the cup up with grease, you screw it on, and as you screw it in, it forces the grease into where you want it to go. And now we're going to add those later. But in the interim, I use modern grease fittings and use a grease gun to get everything primed and then put the original on for looks. And right here, there's a hole, and there's two shafts, this shaft and the other shaft, and this center hole right here greases both sides. So I went over and got a grease fitting, and it wouldn't fit. Okay, got the wrong size. Went back and got a different one. Wrong size, won't fit. So the problem is the old one is broke off in here. So now we have to try and get this one out. So that's the next little problem. So let's see if we can get that done. I used to have a nice set of easy outs, but screw extractors, but this cheap set I bought, and we'll see how they work. No guarantees. Now, normally what I do is just tap this in a little bit, get it started, so it'll grab. See if it'll turn. Hopefully that was it. Well, that was simple. Easy peasy. Okay, so there's the broken part. And so now I can get a regular grease fitting in there. Let's see, this one I brought over fit. No, too small. Okay, I had the bigger one. All right, let me go get a bigger one. This is the original style that was on the car originally, and what you did to grease up the parts of the car, they had these all over the car, depending on where they needed the grease to go. And what you would do is fill this cap up, fill it up with grease, and then put it on here and screw it down. And if you screwed it all the way down, it would just push all the grease in. But usually, if it kept it full, you just gave it a few turns, and it gave it enough grease that you were good to go for the next 100 miles or so. Wasn't too many years long, and they figured out they didn't need these anymore. They were going to come up with a more modern way to do it. And because people would take their car into the service station and have it greased there instead of doing it themselves. So what I do is I take these off temporarily, actually, because we do put them back on for the car, for the shows. Anyhow, what I do is take a modern grease gun. Now, unfortunately, I guess it's fortunate, I don't think they even put these on the cars anymore. They got sealed units. Oop, there the grease comes out there. You see it? Just comes scooting out there. So, let's see if I pull this one back. And there's grease getting on there. See if I get a little more out of that. out of there. And hopefully, yeah, we're getting grease on it now. So that should do it. And a matter of full disclosure, I discovered an oversight when I was machining the backing plate for the brakes that Clark Easterling made for me. I guess in my haste to do all the machining, I omitted one important little machining step. And I just discovered it now, looking at the side that's wasn't redone, didn't need to be redone. I discovered that we omitted the grease fitting holes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. On this side here, I climb down on the floor. All right. Right here is the place for the grease cup to screw on, and the two shafts come through here. One goes in that hole, one goes in this hole, and there's a grease cup goes here, and there's a hole that goes in each side and lubricates this end. Now in this part here, they've got it located between right here. So on the one that Clark made over here, I neglected to put that hole in there. So now I'm trying to, I got a drill and we're getting ready to proceed to add the two holes that I omitted. It would have been much easier to do this pre-car installation, but we're going to make it work somehow. So that's what we're going to do now. I drilled a little hole, pilot hole, and then I made a little bigger hole because I wanted to make sure we had enough threads and we weren't too close to the edge over here. And I think we're pretty close to where I want to be. So I want to go down a little deeper now with a smaller bit. Let's see if I can get the middle of the, go between the middle here. Now, what I think I'll do next is get my dial caliper and run it and check and see how deep the other side is. Okay. Now I measured the other side and it came up to 0.950,000 right at it. So let's see what this one is right now. And I'm 440,000, so we've got another ½ inch to go depth-wise. So let's just go a little deeper here and see what we get. It's funny that when you stop, it has such torque stopping that it actually loosens the chuck. Okay. Now let's see, we were at 440. Let's see how much we took that time. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we're at 681. So we're getting close. Further. Let's see where that put us. Okay. Now we're at 861, so we're getting real close now. In fact, I'm going to let this drill stick out a little bit further because we're getting close to the chuck. Okay, well, we're 1 inch, so that's past the other one, so that's good. Now, the next trick is we want to put in, drill this deeper so we can thread it right against the side here. I'm not thrilled with that, but I'll just have to live with that, I guess. So for the 1/8 inch pipe thread I'll put in there, we need a drill. Was this a Q or R or something? I forget now what it was. But anyway. Oh, great. Let's see. Yep, battery's dead. Okay, let me get another battery. I just noticed my microphones were both turned in. I had them hanging in my pocket, and they both turned in, so the sound might have been muffled. So I'm trying it now on the bill or rim of the hat, and I'm trying to see if maybe that's going to work. I'll let you know. We're getting close here. This doesn't have to go much deeper. There we go. It's definitely deep enough, but I don't know if I need to go all the way down to the bottom. Let me go look at the other side and see how they did theirs. It appears that they ran this full-size bit all the way to the bottom of the hole, and then we'll have to figure out how to get those other 2 holes in here. Okay, that was all the way in. Okay, I see one way. If I take and drill through the end and go all the way through all 3, well, not through the last hole, but into the last hole, through the first hole, through the second hole, and into the third hole. I come straight through. Then all I've got to do is plug. I don't even have to plug this one because the grease could just come out there and be, you're getting grease out of there when it's pumping it out of there, but you could also plug it, tap it, and close it off too. I think that might be my answer. The only problem is I've got this little, well, this will get out of the way. That's good. Now maybe, this is still going to be in the way. I'm going to have to move the frame of the car off of this dolly I've got the vehicle chassis sitting on right now. I don't think this is, this is definitely going to interfere. So I need to move a few things around. All right, I guess this might interest maybe a couple people. I don't know. But I'm going to bring the gantry over. And if you haven't heard it, on a previous video, I don't like to buy too many things from Harbor Freight because I don't have a lot of confidence in their quality. But one purchase I did make was this gantry. I can't say enough how it's what an asset it's been to my shop. It really has proven to be quite valuable for what it's designed to do, which is lift stuff. So let's see, we'll use the mechanical one because I have to drag the electrical cord halfway across the shop to get electric over here, but I think we'll be fine here. I guess we could just grab it right here on the, now let's see. Now I'll pick it up down there. Pick it up at the bottom. So I'll take a couple straps and the issue I was having was this support right here on the end of this dolly cart was interfering with where I want to go in with my drill here, but just picking up the back of the car, leaving the front attached to or resting on the front of the cart is just fine. And so now I'll be able to get a drill in there hopefully next and drill a straight hole through. Proceed with that. Okay, that should be our center mark. I think what I want to do is relieve this a little bit right here so I can get my drill in just a little straighter. Maybe not. Maybe it'll go just fine like that, but it's going to be pretty straight there, but I think we're out too far. I'm going to have to go in on an angle like this to hit that hole straight on there. Doesn't matter if it goes out the other side over here. As long as it goes through that hole in the middle, that'd be good. I like that. Okay, let me get a drill. Okay. We got the hole going through here, into there, into the next one. So I can either close this one off, or I guess I'll close it off so water don't get in there. Once grease is coming out, there ain't going to be much water getting in there. Very good. Okay. Had a little interference there with the tap. That looks better now. I got some threads. Let's see. I had a grease fitting here somewhere. Okay, with a little bit of grinding and relieving it back here a little bit, I was able to get this to screw in and sit nice and tight. So we're ready now we're ready to put these in, these brake arms, and hopefully finish the next phase of this brake assembly. Let's see, wrong. All right, I guess the last thing I'm going to do tonight is put the chassis back down on the dolly here. Hanging all night on that. Okay, looks like we're back down there. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, it helps me get, a higher up on the food chain as far as what people want to look at and so forth. So, because I'm not doing it for the money, because there's no money in it for me. I just do it because I want to do it and share what I'm doing with folks that want to watch. So appreciate it. I hope the sound's better. I'm going to check it out tonight and see if up on the brim of the hat, if that makes it easier, clearer, more better, as they said in English class. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.